Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. Today I'm mining in Sobaseki. It's a system right next to Jita where I usually house out of, but I felt like mining today. And that's because I want to talk to you guys about a topic, and I wanted to do it in a relaxing environment, which is quite contrary to what I'm about to talk about. And it is basically how I think you guys who play EVE should definitely, especially you new players, do not distress about losing things in EVE. Do not be sad and do not be like bitter about it. It is going to sting at first. I know it's going to sting a lot when you get killed, and it will happen a lot. You get killed in EVE a lot, especially as a new player who is not too familiar with how things work. You're going to be dying a lot. Okay, it's good that I split my mining beans because I need to start mining. When I say I'm mining, I should mine. Okay, so the thing is, look, I'll give you a bit of history, right? Let's go here. This is my Ezekiel right here. Ezekiel, for me, if you go and look it up, Aceface does not look so good. Okay, thing is, Aceface right here, he's not the best PvPer. He's good at PvE, good in those kind of stuff. Not the best PvP. I've got some good PvP kills, but not the best. Definitely not the best. Okay, so this is one of my early losses I would have, and I would have like this, like lose these kind of like ships, like an omen here. I'd often do is I would actually use this omen right here to farm ships or farm enemy pirates, just like these ones who've actually come up now. Look here, if we lock them up, if we just unlock one of these and these, so very much like these pirates have come here, I would attack them. But the thing is, I would actually destroy pirates in low sec. And the thing is, low sec, obviously, they're going to have better bounties. These are crap bounty pirate ships. They're, you know, in high sec, you get bounties on ships that are really bad. They're like hardly give anything. The thing is just I'm killing them. You know, I don't want them to attack me. So I would hunt pirates that are worth quite a lot in low sec, and I would get killed. I get killed quite a lot, and I was really angry, especially in the beginning when I die to these people who just go and just snipe me off the grid just like that. As a new player, you know, a new player, my skills suck, my ship sucks, everything sucks. I'm so bad. And not only does my ship and skills suck, my just general PvP or understanding of the game experience sucks. Everything sucks, and I just die instantly. You know, you think like, you know, in normal games, you know, where someone attacks you, you kind of have like a fighting chance to fight back, even if it's like some, you know, you got like FPS games, right? You got some pro who starts shooting at you, but you still maybe have a chance to, you know, shoot back at him, you know, get a headshot or something like that, right? In Minecraft, you know, when someone gets to jump on you, you still have like some chance to, you know, like whack them a bit. In EVE, it's different. It's so one-sided. You know, these guys in a Proteus Tech 3 cruiser absolutely destroys a crappy Tech 1 cruiser like I've got, as well as them being 2. So this guy is in a Deimos, a Interdictor, and a Tech 2 cruiser. So they're just going to absolutely annihilate, which they did, and killed me. So I'd get really angry about these. I get really angry about, you know, getting killed like this, and it would annoy me for like a day or so, like, oh, they got me, oh, it's really annoying. But this is something I have to say. I've been playing EVE for now. I've been playing EVE since 2015, but I would say like actively since 2017. And I must say, just try avoid feeling like this, or at least that's how I do it now. Because the thing is, in EVE, it's every death, in my opinion, is like kind of like a progression step. How I felt in the beginning, it was that when I die, oh no, I'm set back now 30 mil. It'll take me like, oh, and like an hour, 2 hours to get that 30 mil back. Look how much time I've wasted. No, this is the thing. In EVE, you learn things all the time. From each death, you learn something. There's something you could have done to avoid that. Almost always there's something you could have done to avoid that. And sometimes it's a bit hard if some guy comes and uncloaks to you at 0 and starts killing you. That is hard, especially when you're doing this like low sec stuff like I was doing right here. But, you know, if you move, you can avoid that. And it's possible to still avoid that. You know, it's what I'm trying to say here. Every time you die, this was what like helps me a lot, like get over losses. Think of it like this: every death is like a stepping stone for you to learn something new, because people seem to not value so much, or at least new players don't value a lot the experience you get. They value the ISK more than the experience. The ISK is lost, yes, but the experience has been gained. You know that, and you do know, even if it may not be clear exactly straight away what you did wrong, okay, maybe the next time it happens you'll probably think twice. Okay, what did I do there? What did I do that second time I died? I did the same thing last time that made me die. And you'll maybe like you'll think to yourself and come to conclusions to why you die, and that helps me a lot as well. Because, like, for example, when I died here, I would be really angry. But then, when I died here, this is when I was actually in nullsec for a bit. I was in my apocalypse, and I was in a co-op actually. That was pretty cool. And I would use Apocalypse to get money because I need money to fund the PvP ships we use in nullsec. And I would then shoot these Sancha pirates. Sanchas are pirates that Amar ships, like the Apocalypse, are very good at because they do EM damage. Sancha ships, they have very low EM and thermal resistances. So it's very good to use the Apocalypse for that. I mean, it's not optimal, there are other ships better, but I like the Apocalypse, so it was pretty good for that. Anyway, the thing is, when I died here, I got so angry. I got so angry that I just quit the game for like a few days. It was just so annoying. Getting wrecked, turbo dunked by these guys. Typhoon, Comet Navy issue, all these guys just slaughtered me. I thought, I'm an Apocalypse, right? I should have some, like, I should be decent, I guess. Like, okay, it's Typhoon and a bunch of other small stuff. Like, the main thing I was thinking, okay, this is Typhoon, right? It's a battleship. It's going to be a bit of a, that's going to be the main challenge. All these other guys, cruiser, I didn't really think much of them. But turns out they just annihilated me. I did absolutely no damage to these guys. Nothing. My tachyons, beam lasers, tracked nothing. They are so slow at turning their turrets, they can't hit anything. They do very little damage in general, or for at least relative to like close range weapons, because tachyon beams are like long range weapons. And my tank melted instantly, and I was so angry. But then I started to progress. After this is when kind of marks the turning point of around this time, when I started doing more Abyss. I started doing a lot more Abyss. And the thing is, in the Abyss, you lose a lot of stuff. You lose a lot of ships because it's a very challenging environment and it is very tough. So the NPCs you are against, they can be like sometimes so powerful, it'll feel almost like, PvP at sometimes, depending on how experienced you are with the Abyss. So the thing is, that is really kind of desensitized me to losing ships because I lose so many ships in the Abyss. And it kind of also was a way that made me understood that, like, in the Abyss, when I would die, I'd understand, okay, this is maybe what I need to do different for next time. This is what I need to do for next time. And I slowly started understanding that with PvP losses as well. Like, I died, okay, what can I do different that I can survive next time? What can I do that I can at least avoid dying horribly like I did last time? So that was like I was saying. For example, remember I was saying that, okay, people could be cloaked and they could come up and sneak up on you if you're like in an asteroid belt killing NPC pirates in low sec. But what you can do to avoid that is you can go and keep at like a very fast speed all the time and move around. Because then if someone's cloaked, if you're cloaked, the enemy ships are going to be very slow. So that's what all ships do. They're not able to activate like afterburners and that kind of stuff when they're cloaked. So if you're moving, it's going to be hard for people to get a good lock on you. Obviously, it can happen. But you learn stuff. And also other things I've learned is that when you go to low sec, it's a dangerous environment. You can die, or higher risk that you die in high sec. You would probably want to go with an expensive ship, because that's also what I would do sometimes. Back in the day, I would actually go in this Gnosis. Gnosis is this ship right here. It's a battle cruiser actually by the Society of Constant Store. It's a very good all-round ship actually. You can do a lot of things with this. But I actually went with a quite expensive fit in low sec with this, and it hurt a lot. So that's why I also learned is not to, go in expensive ships, because if you go in expensive ships, it's going to take you back a lot more in terms of ISK. You learn that what you've done, but you want to get the stuff back to keep going, right? And the same thing with the Abyss. I would get ganked. Here I got ganked. 2.1 bill down the drain, absolutely destroyed. And this is very sad, when this stuff happens. But I learned there's okay, there are things that I can do to avoid avoid getting yanked in the Abyss. There are precautions one can take. And even if it's not 100%, okay, those asteroids all got depleted there. Even there's not 100% way to, for example, avoid getting yanked in the Abyss, there's always a chance. Always a chance that someone can stumble upon you. There are ways to avoid it, going in like a more quiet system, or going in not going in like a Jita, or not going in like a... Jita actually in some ways is good to avoid abyssal ganks, because there's actually so many people there that actually it's quite easy to blend in. But it's still not the best, because a lot of people scan there who are hunting abyssal runners, so I still not recommend it. But you learn things, you learn insights, you learn things. It's a very expensive lesson, but you learn it. And it also not only that's not the main thing I actually learned from this. Ooh, that's quite expensive. You see that $30, or if you were to convert this to Plex, $30 from this loss here, that's kind of disgusting right there. But I had also learned another thing. Okay, not the main thing I learned from this loss right here. This is why I wanted to bring it up. It's not that I learned like kind of how to avoid abyssal ganks. It was actually the how to make abyss running more efficient in terms of the price. It's hard to go and lose 10.1 bill like that, you know. So it made me really use my brain, use my brain properly to tweak the fit so much that I was still able to run the abyss site, but I had a lot cheaper fit. So what I did was, when I recovered from this loss right here, I would go in ships a lot cheaper. They were not as reliable, but they required a lot more piloting skill, and it required me to have to like kind of really min-max the ship I was in. So that's what I would do. It learned me how to like, it improved my fitting skills, taught me how to like kind of plan around the abyss sites, and really that is something that was so invaluable to me because I had not really thought about it much before actually dying to this one. Same thing with this here, this rattlesnake right here. I learned just one basic lesson: do not go to Triglavian invasion systems if Triglavians hate you, because I died here in Inaya to a Triglavian fleet. So I mean, it's a very basic lesson. Someone could have told you, definitely not, maybe not worth 1 bill, but it still is. The thing is, do not distress about loss, because I will go back on my feet and learn this and kept going, because you will always be able to get back. This is also something I really want to emphasize. When you die, you'll inevitably die sometime and set you back a bit. You'll always come back. You'll always come back. Just don't give up, okay? You'll always give back. It doesn't take, it's just ISK. ISK comes and ISK goes, you know? You can always get the ISK back. It's not like the game's closing tomorrow and you won't be able to get the ISK back. There's always a way. So just don't distress about ISK, guys. Please, do not do that. Anyway, I'll continue mining here. I finished my talk now about do not distressing about lost. Hope that was insightful. Hope you thought that was interesting to listen to, and I hope I helped you guys come over losing stuff, or helped you like adjust or cope with losing stuff. And if you did, or if you just found this video enjoyable in any way in general, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.